This is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them. Welcome, songwriters, friends of the song, and fans of great music. Pull up a chair around the dining room table. From his home in Nashville, Tennessee, here's your host, songwriter and storyteller, Dave Linehan.
Hey, as always, I thank you. There's a gazillion podcasts out there, but you found ours. And if you love the craft of songwriting, well, we're really glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Well, the first time we ever heard his incredible voice, for many of us, was right here.
Don't your feet get cold in the wintertime? The sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell.
And I always loved that song. When I heard that performance, it's incredible. And of course, he was on The Voice and Team Kelly Clarkson, and he went all the way on season 17. And then he was back this year for the Battle of the Champions. Our guest is Jake Hoot. Jake, thank you so much for coming and being on the show today.
Thanks for having me, man. It's kind of weird sitting here listening to my voice in these things, but yeah. No, man, thanks for having me.
Did you get to choose that song?
I did. You know, it's a weird story. So I tell everybody, everybody thinks that on shows like that, you just pick what you want and go and sing.
I always wondered.
Yeah. There's so much red tape that has to...
Especially with an Eagles song, as I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when I was on the show the first time, there was only one song that I had wanted to sing, which was La Bamba. I said, I think this song would go over well. That was the only time they said, probably pass on that one, but figure something else out. But, you know, when I went...
And it's interesting, because you speak a little Spanish, don't you?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
okay.
And so I thought, man, it's a great time.
Yeah,
You know, of course, being my rebellious self, as soon as I came off the show, I got a bunch of people from that season to come sing La Bamba when I recorded it.
Oh, cool.
But, yeah, going back on the show, when they asked me to come back as part of Team Kelly for the Battle of Champions, they said, you get to sing a song that you've already sang. And I said, well, I want to do Cover Me Up or Desperado. And they said, well, Cover Me Up is out. That won't be cleared anymore. And I said,
no kidding. Israel won't let that clear.
I guess. I don't know. I was the first one to ever sing it on a TV show, and I think it was done one other time.
I know he kind of poo-pooed the Morgan Wallen version of it. So I don't know if it would just everything followed that. He said, no.
Morgan Wallen ruined it for all of us.
Yeah, I guess he did.
I'm sorry, Morgan. Anyway,
you need to go out and throw a chair off a roof somewhere.
Yeah, okay? Exactly. I mean, hey, any press is good press, right? So, right. But yeah, so I asked for that, and they said no, and I said, okay, well, Desperado, and they said, well, that's a really hard ask, and I said, yeah, but I've already done it, and they said, well, we'll let you know. And so they came back to me a couple weeks later and said, all right, we got it cleared. And so my claim to fame is Don Henley has not only seen my name once, but twice.
That's right.
Come across his desk to approve me singing his song.
Yeah, from what I understand, he has like teams of people that are scouring the internet looking for Eagles songs so that they can sue you or something. I'm like, come on, like you don't have enough money?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
well,
sorry.
Please be nice to me, Mr. Don.
Jake's a great guy, Mr. Don. Come on.
I don't have the money, man. You're not going to get much from me, but yeah, it was great, and to see how people reacted to the second time. Of course, you know, it's been 6 years in between the two performances.
Yeah, which is forever in the music business.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, there's been at least 10 winners since me.
Wow.
You know, and so hearing Kelly's comments on how much has changed in that performance of the song just by the way I do it was really special. You know, I didn't think I had done it that much differently, but apparently I did. So it ended up working out pretty good.
It was awesome. Great version of it too.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. How cool was it to later now record a duet with Kelly Clarkson?
You know, she's terrible. Kelly, you know I love you.
She twisted your arm, right?
Yeah.
Held a gun to your head and said you're doing it.
You're going to sing this song, you know. No,
it's my wife, Patty. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Miss Patty. How are you?
Yeah, it's okay. We're cool. We're
going to sing a duet. Nice to meet you, Miss Patty. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so when I was on the show, Kelly and I did a duet together called Winter Song. And we were she reached out and said, hey, we're going to do a duet. And I said, okay, I want to do Whiskey Lullaby. And she said, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, it had to be Christmas themed. And so she said, they nixed it. And I said, okay, well, Winter Song. And so she goes, I've never heard it. She loved it so much that even to this day, she tells people that's one of her favorite duets she's ever done.
Wow.
So whenever we got done, she said, I would love to do something with you, you know, after the show is done. And I said, okay. So I came back and Jamie Floyd, Dean Sams, and I.
God, that song, by the way. Are you talking about The Blade?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. I mean,
this is another one.
Yeah, this is another. Well, we sat down. I didn't know at that point that Jamie had written The Blade.
Oh, my God.
Which, when I was working in radio, of all places, when that song came out.
I'm going to ask you about that a little bit later.
Yeah, yeah.
We both did radio.
Yeah. And so we write this song called I Would Have Loved You, and I sent it to Kelly. No answer. And so we got on a call about 3 months later, and I was just picking her brain on, what the craziness is of the industry.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, by the way, I sent you a song that I thought maybe we could sing together, and I never heard anything. She goes, I didn't hear it. Send it back to me. So I did, and about 4 minutes later, she called me and said, I'm in. I want to be on this song. And so that was in the thick of COVID. So we recorded it, and then we flew out to L.A. and filmed the video at the Wiltern Theater there in L.A. Wow. And she's just so generous. I mean, she's so kind, and she and Blake especially, which, I know John does a lot, John Legend. I don't know John as well. I've met him a couple times. But Kelly and Blake, from what I know about Blake and what he's done for me too, I mean, he's helped me out a lot too.
Yeah, he's another great guy. I met him very early in his career. He used to come by the radio station a lot.
Great person.
Back in the mullet days.
Oh my gosh.
I even got to jam with him one night.
Really?
On stage. It was really, really fun.
Dang.
Yeah. Great guy. Always loved him.
Yeah, I mean, from what I know, he's an incredible person. I just know he and Kelly both champion.
How about that?
People coming off that show, just trying to help them out in any way they can. And so
I just love that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, giving back. Shall we play this, Jake, so people can hear you and
absolutely.
and Kelly together? I would love. And you did write on this.
Yes, myself, Jamie Floyd, and Dean Sams.
And Dean Sams used to be with Lone Star, right?
He still is.
Still is.
He's
Lone
still
Star.
rocking them keyboards, man.
Well, that's cool. Any story behind that song? About the writing of that song?
Jamie actually brought it in. She'd, I guess, just gone through a rough breakup. I had just gone through a divorce a year or two prior. And, Dean, I think he had gone through a divorce as well. And so when Jamie brought us the idea, we just dumped all of our frustrations and hurt from those relationships, and that's where the best songs come from, in my opinion.
Beats therapy, too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, let's give it a spin. Here we go. Jake Hoot with Kelly Clarkson. First time on the podcast with Kelly. That's
hey,
great.
come on.
Come on.
You gave me every reason to feel like this. Now there's nothing you can do to change it. You know me better than anyone else, how far I'm willing to take it. I never meant it more than I do now. There's only one way I can say it. More than forever. For the rest of my life, I promise you, I'm not gonna hate you as long and as much as I will love you. And I will love you.
You gave one night to some nobody after I gave you all of me. You should have known when it comes to me, nothing's ever temporary. More than forever, always, man. The deepest, unforgettable. With all that I am, with my heart wide open. For the rest of my life, I promise you, that I'm gonna hate you as long and as much. I'm gonna hate you as long and as much.
'cause I would have loved you. And I would have loved you.
Oh, man. Jake Hoot, our guest on the Songwriter Connection podcast with some girl. Where'd you find her?
I don't know. I mean, she's trying to break it in the business. I figured I'd give her a shot. Yeah, you know.
The incredible Kelly Clarkson. Oh, man. That lady can sing.
Oh, my goodness. I was just telling you off mic, you know, I told her a couple years ago, please never cover any of my songs that I write. Like, leave them alone. Go cover anybody else but me, you know.
We'll see if she listens, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't think I've written a song worthy of her level yet, but we're working towards that.
How did The Voice change your whole trajectory? You were building homes. You said you worked in radio.
Yeah,
and then everything changed, right? Or did it right
yeah,
away?
No, absolutely. I always wanted to do music on some level. I never had the confidence, and at the time I was
with a voice like that. You never had the confidence.
No, I didn't. People used to call me the thank you guy because I would play a show. You know, I'd do a 4-hour set, and I would say thank you, and then I'd play the next song and thank you. I never looked up, never talked.
Oh man.
So there was that level of like, you know, I've got a daughter at that point. I think she was like 1 or 2, and I was like, I just can't take a chance of not providing for her. And so it always held me back. And everybody kept telling me, you should try American Idol, you should try The Voice, and never had the confidence. And then out of nowhere, they reached out and said, hey, we want you to come audition.
Saw you online or heard your voice online?
Yeah, I was doing a thing called Bath Tunes at the time, and they saw one of the segments and loved it. But man, I mean, it changed everything overnight. Like it just, you know, as soon as I came off the show, you know, I still tried to work in radio. I still tried to go in and clock in, but I was gone like 5 days of the week. And
who'd you work for?
Zimmer Broadcasting, like 94.7 The Country Giant. And
oh yeah, I like
FM.
That station.
Yeah, Philip Gibbons and all those guys out there. Yeah,
I get him here and I listen.
Oh yeah, he's a wonderful human being.
Are they playing your music regularly?
Oh yeah,
they better.
Oh yeah. My problem is I forget to ask them to play it whenever our new stuff comes out, and Philip's like, "Man, why didn't you give me this early? I would have played it, you know." So
let him debut it. You know,
I know, yeah.
Right?
And so they're wonderful out there, and I worked there for a little over 5 years. Yeah,
good. Did you do any air work?
I did. A lot of the voice. Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Can you tell other people that, please? No, I did a lot of the voiceover stuff for commercials, and I did a lot of the creative writing.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, what you guys do and everybody else when it's moving the knobs and all that kind of stuff, it scared the tar out of me, so I didn't mess with it. But I was on the other side of the microphone, I guess.
I got you. I did a little of that too, both sides. So. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you got a voice for it, man. I mean, I mean, whether it's radio or maybe an Opry announcer, or, I mean, come on, man.
Hey, I just stayed opening for an Opry announcer.
Yeah.
We lost Cody. I mean, geez, you know, coffee and
broke my heart, man.
Yeah, Cody was
he was a wonderful
man.
Human being. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were probably on his show a few times, huh?
I was, and you know, I've played the Opry now 33 times.
33 times on the Opry.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Wild. And he was there for a lot of them.
Is there any way you can describe the feeling of stepping in that sacred circle at the Opry?
You know,
and you played the Ryman, too.
I've played the Ryman 4 times now.
Wow.
I wish I could. All I can tell you is I'm a collector of stories. I love sitting down and hearing stories, and I love just sitting in a room that's been there for a long time and just trying to feel what was going on. You know, not in like this weird way, but, you know, rooms have memories, you know. And so being there and then walking on that stage, knowing I'm walking probably the same footsteps as a bunch of legends over the years.
Absolutely.
It's very sombering. It's very heavy in a good way. You know, and so I tell people I get nervous every once in a while, but it's 100% of the time the Opry, there is a chance I'm going to miss a lyric because I just get caught up in all of it, and it's just a wonderful place to play.
But it also, when you're a little nervous, it raises your adrenaline a little bit, and it makes you focus. And so I bet you didn't blow a chord or a note.
You know, and if I did, nobody ever cares. You know? It hasn't.
I wrote it that way.
Yeah, it hasn't been so apparent, but my band leader, who's played it with me about 25 of those 33 times, will just kind of give me this look like, you missed it. And I know.
Shut up.
Just keep going. Yeah, exactly. But I will tell you, one time I introduced him on stage and introduced him by his brother's name.
Oh, no.
And he hasn't let me live that down. And he'll go, you remember that time you called me by my brother's name? And I'm like, I know, and I meant to do that too. You know, we have a good time with it.
That's my wife. She never forgets, you know. She could have been a great lawyer, my wife.
Hey.
It doesn't matter. She never forgets.
Well,
never loses an argument.
Hey, I'm telling you what, somebody told me, you know, I'm 37 and got a wife and 3 girls. And somebody told me when I was a young, fiery guy, fresh out of, you know, college football, he said, just learn. They're always right. You'll never figure it out.
That's exactly right.
Just say you're sorry. And I said, not if I'm not wrong. 37, and I go, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. You know, what are you sorry about? I have no idea, but I'm sorry.
People ask me, we've been married 43 years tomorrow.
Congrats.
The secret to the success? You're right, honey. Yep.
It just ain't worth it. You know, I use the saying all the time. This ain't a hill I'm dying on today. I got a lot more hills to climb, and this is not the end of it right here.
Seriously, the way that having children, you know, the first shot, how did that change? I know you said all of a sudden you felt responsible. I got to make a living, but did it change your songwriting style at all?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
you got that one great song about the best job you ever had.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I attribute a lot of the way I write to a writer who passed away a few years ago, Mr. Kenny Beard. He wrote a lot of hits, and back in college, his daughter went to school with me, and she made the introduction, and I would travel to Nashville to sing background on projects he was producing at that time.
Okay.
And he paid me in cheeseburgers and good advice. And so whenever we were in the car, I would ask him, I'd just be like, all right, KB, what's something I need to know? And he taught me so many good things, but one of the things he said is, write what you know. Yeah. Don't try to write all this stuff that you've never had any experience with. It won't be true, and people can tell that. Like
being authentic, right?
Being authentic, and people feel that through your songs. Mm-hmm. Kelly told me that. She just said, "Sing honest, just sing honest." And
I agree with that 100%.
It just is. You know, I think there's a lot of people who try to change up their writing or change up the way they sing it, and it doesn't land because it just doesn't feel honest. Mm-hmm. And especially nowadays we've got access to more information than ever before, and Absolutely. A lot of it's false and some of it's true, but it's like people are thriving and they're hungry for honesty. And so,
Absolutely.
But I took that, write what you know, and every phase of my life, I've tried to write for that phase. And I tell people I write a lot of dad songs. Most songs will never see the light of day because I can't make it through without crying. But a lot of love songs. I had my whole breakup song phase, and prayerfully that'll never happen again. But yeah, I mean, it definitely changed it, because when you're holding your baby and you're looking down at him, there's a whole different inspiration that comes out of that.
I think it's a great lead into The Best Job.
Heck yeah, man.
Would you play that for us?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we know where you were coming from. We know what phase that this came from. I saw a video of you doing this live, and I was like blown away.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
On YouTube.
Well, thank you. It's one of the first songs I wrote here in Nashville with a guy named Connor Rand, who actually lives right down the road.
I've met Connor Rand a few times. He used to write with my buddy Eric Measel all the time.
Okay.
They used to write like every week. He's great. He's brilliant.
Oh, he's brilliant. And if you see him again, tell him I played the song, because he helped me write this a long time ago. But this is Best Job I Ever Had. Here we go. Don't need no references, don't need no resume. No
no experience necessary, you just learn along the way. No formal interview, no answer to win at. The hardest job I ever did was the best job I ever had. Job description, no training of any kind. You work nights and weekends and you don't make overtime. No paid holidays. If you get sick, that's just too bad. The hardest job I ever did was the best job I ever had. Best job I ever had is just to be your dad and giving everything I have to you. When I looked into your eyes, suddenly I realized I knew what I was meant to do. That's the truth. Told the nurse at the hospital I wasn't qualified. How could I be responsible for somebody else's life? Then when you finally came, it all changed just like that. The hardest job I ever did was the best job I ever had. Best job I ever had is just to be your dad and giving everything I have to you. When I looked into your eyes, suddenly I realized I knew what I was meant to do. That's the truth. Hardest job I ever did was the best job I ever had. The hardest job I ever did was the best job I ever had. La da 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 da.
Oh, incredible. Beautiful, man. Jake Hoot is our
brother.
guest. This is the Songwriter Connection. And that's a job you don't retire from.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
And it's ever evolving without anybody
Yes.
giving you any kind of heads up. It just, new day, new responsibility, you know?
And a whole new thing.
Yeah.
How old are you? You got 3 children.
3 girls.
All girls?
All girls. I've been outnumbered since day one. I'm 37. And they all are just like their mama. So it's a good life. I've got no complaints whatsoever.
I'll bet. I bet you're loving it.
Oh, absolutely. When they, you know, I tell people my vocabulary nowadays consists of yes, ma'am, and I'm sorry. But when they run up to you, when, you know, you come in the door and daddy, 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 and they want to sit on your lap and talk to you and tell you an entire book worth of information in about 30 seconds, there's nothing better.
Yeah. Deserve and get all of your attention all of the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it,
amazing,
man.
Amazing feeling. Yeah. I've heard it said about you that you describe yourself as a storyteller with a 6-string. Beautiful 6-string, by the way. It's a Breedlove. And I haven't seen the new model Breedloves. Those are beautiful. And that's your hat, too. The Breedlove hat.
It
too,
is.
right?
It is. Pete over there at Breedlove hooked me up, man. He, my wife's name is Brittany, and so she likes to tell people it's for her.
For Brittany. And
Which,
who's
if
are you?
she's in the room, I say, you're absolutely right, honey.
That's what we're going to call this podcast. You're absolutely right, honey.
exactly. You're absolutely right, honey.
There's your next song right there.
Yeah, hey, come on.
Then hook, man, we can do that.
Let's write it, dude.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Pete has been hooking me up, man. He, Jamie and I, we were talking about Jamie earlier, and we got to perform the Blade on our version of the Blade on the Opry, and Vince played guitar with us.
You are kidding me.
No, dude, it was a dream come true. And Pete gave me a really, really nice Breedlove that night. And I would have played it today, but it's missing a string, and I just didn't have time to get it. And I figured you'd rather hear 6 rather than 5, you know? So.
Yeah. Since you are the storyteller with a 6-string and a purpose.
Exactly,
yes.
yeah.
So what is the purpose these days?
That is a great question, and not enough people in what you do ask that question. I feel like it's important to know what people's purposes are, because I feel like you could influence the next wave of people, you know, and trying to figure their purpose out. I feel like my purpose has always been, and we pray this before every show, we want the unseen to feel seen and the unheard to feel heard.
I love that.
And my shows, while we try to stick, to the set list and stuff, if I feel that we need to go a different way, we do. And we just, this world is full of people looking down at their phones. Mm-hmm. We have more people around us than ever, and yet people feel more isolated than ever.
I agree.
And they turn to their phones, they turn to their computers, their video games, whatever it may be. And if for 1 second we can make them feel a part, and we can be a part of what they're doing.
Agreed.
That's the whole reason that we do what we do. The money, at the level I'm at, the money is not great. Then there's a lot of work that goes into it. We're about to drive 34 hours in 3 days to play a show.
Oh my!
And it's really hard.
People don't realize it's tough.
It's very tough. I mean, it tears you up, and
it does.
And a lot of times you show up and the venues aren't as kind as what you would hope that they would be, but you do it because as soon as my show's done, I go out to the meet and greet, and somebody comes up who I would have never expected and said, "Man, I loved everything. I just felt like I was part of your show." That's it. That's why I do it.
I've said this a million times on this podcast, but you know what I call that? Payday.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's worth more than any gold, right?
Absolutely.
There. Yeah, knowing that people feel that way about what you just did.
Yeah. I mean, I had people, I had a pastor once, I heard a pastor once say, the highest calling in life that we can have is to be the bottom rung of a ladder for the next person. And
that's great.
In a weird way, I try to do that during my shows, and I try to, because if I can do something or say something that inspires somebody to do something, doesn't have to be in music, but as long as I can show people, hey, some homeschooled redneck kid is here on stage or on stage at the Opry. If that can happen, you can do whatever you want to do.
How about that?
Like there's nothing holding you back. And so get out there and do it. And so if you were to ask my purpose, that's what we pray is God help everybody feel seen and feel heard tonight and feel a part of what we're doing.
It's absolutely beautiful. It really is.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's good to have you here. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
We're going to take a little break.
Absolutely.
I want at least 2 more songs live around that dining room table.
Come on, man.
Don't go away, folks. Jake Hoot's here.
You're listening to the Songwriter Connection with Dave Linehan.
For this?
Find us on Facebook and YouTube at the Songwriter Connection Podcast. And find Dave at thedaveconnection.com. Now back to the show with your host, Dave Linehan.
Jake, it's a good question. Her name is Kate Martin, and she's out of New York, and I found her on Fiverr. Of all places. I listened to about 1,000 voices, and I knew I wanted a female voice. And when I heard her, I go, that's the gal. And so every now and then she'll update it for me, and I just love her. She's just super. And her partner is a songwriter.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's cool.
Well, just listening to her, when I'm on the road, people ask me what music I listen to, and I listen to audiobooks and podcasts. That's what I do. When I go on a run, I listen to audiobooks and podcasts. And I just feel like listening to her voice, I'm like, I want to hear her read a book now. Like she's just got that soothing, but it grabs you. And so you said her name is Kate?
Kate Martin. Yeah.
Kate Martin.
How about that,
done.
Kate? Way to go.
Yeah.
All right. Props to Kate. Love you, gal. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We're on YouTube, which is kind of strange for us because we're not a video podcast. We're radio people, and I wanted to keep it that way. But we've got to be on YouTube, so there's a chance that you're listening, and we're growing that audience there, too. And I want you just to mash that little thumbs up, and if you would subscribe, it really helps us. But you know what helps us more than that? I'll tell you what. If you have just one person that you know that maybe is really into the craft of songwriting or loves music, tell them. Say, there's this podcast out there, Songwriter Connection, And that really means a lot. That helps us spread the word. We also have the Songwriter Connection podcast, The Songs, our Spotify playlist. So if you listen there each week when we publish, and we publish each Wednesday, 2 o'clock in the morning Central Time here in the U.S., and we get listeners all over the world, we add a couple of songs for that week's artist. And this is really growing into a great playlist. We've had some wonderful songwriters on, some big-time songwriters, too. You'll be surprised at some of the great songs that you hear. And we appreciate you spinning that as well. Jake Hoot is with us. You just got back from Ireland, I saw.
I did.
You did a tour in Ireland. You know what? I'm Irish with a name like Glenn.
Yeah.
And I've never been, but it's on the bucket list. So tell me about playing in Ireland.
Listen, you got to go.
I know.
Dude. You got to go. It was wonderful. I will just say it was absolutely stunning. I went over there for something I can't necessarily talk about.
Something that's in the works?
That's coming out in the fall, so y'all keep an eye on. When you see it, you'll go, oh, okay.
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, but...
maybe you'll come back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
come
okay.
on. But I took it, I'm always looking at how do we do what we're doing and make it that much better, I guess. That sounds bad, but I just looked at it and I said, I've got a free trip over. Yeah,
right?
It's improving
yeah.
it, But I thought we got our trip paid over there. Why don't we book some shows? And so
good.
One of my distributors, Miss...
And then it's tax write-off for the whole...
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey,
Method
listen,
madness, right?
You came here for songwriting and got tax advice at the same time.
That's right.
But one of my distributors, Miss Martha, is over there. And then I met a guy at the listening room here in Nashville.
Yeah. Cool place.
By the name of Mike Cronin, and thick Irish accent. He said, my buddy owns a pub, and if you ever come over, he'll book you. I said, okay. So I called Mike, and he set us up, not only that pub show, which had I don't even know how many people were out there, in Knocknagree, Ireland, which is just outside of Killarney, but he booked us at one of the most iconic pubs in Ireland that's in Killarney during one of their championship Irish football games.
Oh, no kidding.
And there were 20,000 people up and down that street. I mean, it was just, I had to have 3 security people to get me to the bathroom. That's how crazy it was.
Wow.
You would have thought I was Garth Brooks or something over there. But
they love your music.
Oh, they love the music. They're just sweet people. And I heard a song over there that this young 11-year-old girl played for me when I was at Mike's house. It's his daughter. And she played the song called Grace that Rod Stewart ended up cutting a few years back. And I just got chills. And so I tried to play it from memory at the show. I had the lyrics in front of me. And you would have thought that roof was going to cave in. I mean, they just went crazy. So we're working on getting that song cut as a country song and releasing it to Ireland.
Isn't that great?
Oh, it was unbelievable. But my last show there, I got really emotional because my mom says, when I was really young, which I can't remember what happened yesterday, but when I was younger, Mom says, for whatever reason, I just had this weird obsession with Ireland. I had never read anything about it, probably saw it in a movie or something, but to go over there, do what I'm doing as a musician, as a songwriter, and get to do it in the country that I've always wanted to go to was really, really special.
No Irish in your blood?
My mom's maiden name is O'Neill.
Well.
So far removed, yes. But, we were talking about, I've been to Germany, I've played shows in Germany, and now Ireland. And my last name is Hoot, and it's a German name. Mom's maiden name is O'Neill. We were looking at, when we were there, we were just like, why is there this this supernatural pull towards probably the lands where our ancestors came from, and we're descendants of these people, and we're still pulled to this land for whatever reason. And I can't explain it. It's a spiritual thing. All I know is when we did the Ring of Kerry and I'm looking out over the ocean and the rocks and talking to people, it just felt like home in a weird way. It just felt like, wow, I could pack up everything and be here and just live here. I wouldn't do that, but there was just this pull there. And I felt the same way with Germany. I got to play in Hamburg and Munich and Berlin and Hanover. And it was just like, while I was there, I was like, this just feels like old friends that I haven't seen in a long time. It's just crazy. It's
just incredible. And the fact that you get to do it with your music, see the world with your music. How blessed are you?
Man, listen, it would take us the rest of this podcast to list all the jobs I've done in my life, but I've been a janitor. I've worked a mile underground as a zinc miner.
Did you?
I did.
Where did you mine zinc?
In Gordonsville, Tennessee, just right down the road.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, built houses. I've done HVAC, electrical. I mean, you name it, I've probably done. I mowed the grass at a golf course. I did a lot. I mean, I've done everything. And to get to stand on stage and watch how songs that I've written, and even songs that I haven't, even covers, watching how it affects people is so just gratifying. And it's a purpose, right? I mean, you get up there and you're like, I'm in my zone right now doing what I'm supposed to do.
Payday.
Oh, payday, man. And to get to do it all over the world ain't nothing better.
Absolutely. Can we hear another song around the dining room table?
Yeah.
We're known for that, you know. This table, this old Duncan Fife is just part of this, just another character on our podcast. And like I mentioned, the things that I love the most about doing this is hear songwriters and artists play the songs stripped down, just like you do.
I love it, man. Well, I mean, if we believe rooms have memories, this table definitely's got some, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sure does.
Hopefully the ones of me are good memories. You know, we'll just see.
So far, so good. I love you, man. What you going to sing for us?
So I tell a quick story. My parents, there was 9 of us kids, and they had a song picked out for each one of us kids, and mine was "Sunshine on My Shoulders" by John Denver.
Wow.
And so
were they musical?
Mom can play a little piano. She's great as a harmony singer. Dad, I got my songwriting from him because I still don't know that I've heard the correct lyrics to any song that he's ever sang. He comes out, he would always change his words to like funny lyrics, which was super confusing when I started playing music at gigs and stuff, because I'm like,
that ain't how it goes?
That's not the right words, you know. But they're musical in that way. Dad's got a great voice, Mom's got a great voice, but they you know, had no interest in doing it. But at an early age, I was, you know, exposed to John Denver, and absolutely love John Denver's writing and all the songs he would sing.
Me too.
So a couple years ago, we went to Colorado, and we were up in the mountains, and we were surrounded by all these tall mountains. There was no cell service, tall pines, huge roaring creek, dirt road. And
inspiration, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah. And the guy said, "What do we want to write?" And I said, "I just feel like while we're here, my soul is at rest." And I said, "But if we don't write this like John Denver would have sang it, then we miss the mark, y'all." And so this is kind of a love letter to Colorado, but it's called "Come Rest Your Soul," and it's for any place that you find peace. This song is for that.
Awesome.
Oh, sweet Colorado, you always ease my mind. Any way the wind blows, peace ain't hard to find. Morning streams are singing 'neath the whispering pines. In the air's a feeling, Rocky Mountain high. Your sweet voice calls out to me whenever I am low, and says, leave your heavy burdens, come and rest your soul. Out on Highway 7, your beauty opens wide, all the way to heaven. Reach and touch voice calls out to me whenever I am low and says, leave your heavy burdens, come and rest your soul. Your sweet voice calls out to me whenever I am low and says, leave your heavy burdens, come and rest your soul. You say, leave your heavy burdens, come and rest your soul. And oh, sweet Colorado.
Well, I think John Denver would be extremely proud.
Thank
That
you,
is
man.
an amazing song.
Thank you.
That really got me. You know, having lost my father just recently, last couple of months, I mean, I could just rest your soul, man. Lay down your burdens. That's just incredible. Incredible writing, my friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Tell me you recorded that. Or you're doing it.
The ever crazy mind of Jake Hoot. I'll let you in on it. So we recorded it. Dean Miller, Roger Miller's son, actually
Yes.
produced it.
Yeah.
Did a wonderful job. And I was playing it at a show, and my band leader said, man, if you really want that to sound like John Denver, you should play it this way. And so the way I played it is the way he just played. The way I just played is the way he showed me.
Wow.
And I said, oh, dang, I've already got it produced. So we've got it produced like that, and then we've got another way that is more of the John Denver, that climbing melody and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm going to put out, man, but we've got so many songs coming out over the next year.
That's good.
That we have too many to pick from, which is a good problem.
That's a good problem. Yeah.
But we're going to chase it and see. I would love for it to somehow get traction in Colorado, because any excuse to go spend time in those mountains, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go write some songs out there, man.
I'm
Come
ready.
on,
Let's do
go.
it. I got my pick. I'm ready.
Hey, there we go.
Got my Gibson behind me. It's not
Come
a pretty
on.
love, but we can do it.
Hey, listen, that's a pretty Gibson, though. I was looking at it when I came in. I said, okay, this guy knows guitars.
Let me tell you the story behind that. We're really good friend John, who listens to this podcast all the time in South Africa. He came over here to Nashville, took Mark Allen Barnett's tour, and I run into him at the Commodore Grill.
Nice.
And we've been friends ever since. The next time he came to town, he came, and I said, just stay at my place. You know, he's a good songwriter, great artist, does the whole South African thing, you know. He's big there. And so my write canceled on a Friday, and I said, and he brought his other buddy, John. I said, guys, I'm free today. Is there anything in this town you haven't seen that you want to experience? He said, well, we'd love to see the Gibson Garage. I said, oh, okay. Never been there. No. I said, wait, you're going to love it. Because I'm just warning you. So you walk in the front door. Have you been there?
I have not been there, no.
You walk in the front door, there's this conveyor belt around your head, and like a million guitars just keep spinning around. And you walk in, it's like a candy store. And that's what I call it, the candy store. I'm like, oh. So I've been kind of like looking for a J45 because I like the way it sounds. I like the tones.
Yeah.
And I told these guys, I'm going to take you there. But here's the deal. If you see me pulling out a credit card, you kick my butt. Okay, no problem. So we get there, and you know, and I go down to the left where all the Gibsons and the Epiphone acoustics are, and I pick up a J45. It's a Slash model, and I play, and I go, I like my Martin better than this. I don't need to buy a guitar. I set it down. Everything's good. And then John picks up this one. It's a Southern, I think it's called a Southern Jumbo or something like that. And I can't tell the difference between that and a J45. He drops the D, he goes, and this tone. I went, that's the tone I'm talking about right there. Can I see that? And then the salesman, they're always really nice.
Oh, of course.
He was so nice. Because, we got it was like, I think it was 12 months, same as cash. Good, I don't have to pull out my credit card. I'm kicking anybody's butt.
Goodness, man. They got you quick.
Yeah. But I love this guitar. Oh, my God. It's amazing. So I switched my Martin and that one back and forth.
Yeah, I think jumbo bodies, man. I still got it, and I've got to get it fixed. But I love Jumbo Bodies. I just love the bassy, tones of it.
You're a big guy. Like that bridge looks like a
ukulele. I know. And I used to, even on The Voice, I had a cool story, real quick story.
Yeah, please.
Before The Voice, I was playing gigs, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sundays, every week. Mm-hmm. And one of the owners called me one day and said, hey, there's this guy selling this Guild guitar up in Crossville. And I said, all right, I'll go look at it. And I tell everybody, grabbing the right guitar is what I equivalent, what I can compare to like Excalibur. As soon as you play it, as soon as you strum it, this is the guitar.
You are so right.
It's just a weird thing. And there's some great sounding guitars that I picked up and I said, nah, this ain't me,
Yeah.
But I went to this guy's house. He was, older gentleman, and I saw the guitar. He wanted $900 for it. I played it and I said, okay, I don't have the money now, but I'll come back tomorrow. I'll bring you cash. So I came back up there the next day and he goes, man, I looked this guitar up and I'm giving this to you for a really good deal. And I said, okay, well, what do you feel? He goes, okay, I'll make you a deal. I said, all right. He said, if you promise to use this guitar, I'll sell it for the $900. And I said, oh man, don't worry. About, I don't even know how many, 9 months later, I get a message, and it was after I'd already been on The Voice, after it already aired, and I had played that guitar.
I was going to ask. On
my blind audition, and his wife sent me a message, and he had since passed away, but he at least got to see that guitar on TV, and she said, you have no idea what that meant. And so that guitar, the neck started collapsing in, so I've got to pay somebody way more money than I want to pay him to get it fixed, but at some point that guitar will make its return to the stage, and it's a beautiful guitar.
There's a song in there too, my friend.
Absolutely.
No doubt. That old guitar, right?
So when are we going to Colorado, man?
Tomorrow.
Come on, let's go.
I'm ready.
I'm down.
I got a Visa. Let's get on the Visa card. We'll get on a plane.
Yeah, we can go anywhere.
That's right. We can go anywhere. That's right. Absolutely. Well, listen, I'd love to hear another song. Maybe something new that you were telling me about that one before we went on the air.
Oh, gosh.
The boot scooting cutie.
Boot scooting cutie.
Yeah. Can we do that?
I'm going to try my best. So this...
No try. Yeah.
All that respect, I just may have earned. I'm about to lose it all. By the way, I'm about to play it. So I wrote this song. I've written a lot of songs here lately that have been.
And this
jokes.
was a solo write, right?
It was a solo write. I started writing it, and I took my girls to the theater to watch the new Mario movie. When it came out, and I just couldn't, I had written 2 or 3 lines and I just couldn't get out of my head. So while they're watching it and eating popcorn, I wrote the rest of the song and then went home and got on the keyboard and played it.
Wow.
And I thought, there's no way. This song is so stupid, And my band leader heard it when we were driving down the road. I said, listen to this song. And he said, man, we got to put this in our show at tomorrow. We need to put this song in. So we've been playing it and it's been going over so well. And so now we're going to be releasing it before too long. But this song is called Boot Scootin' Cuties. And it's crazy how songs come about.
It really is. And why is it always the ones you feel are the dumbest things?
They're just dumb.
They become hits, It's just,
I mean, I was telling somebody earlier today that, they were talking about how Suds in the Bucket was written as a joke.
Yeah. What a great song, though.
Oh, yeah. And one of my favorite songs, Good Directions,
was
they had a third writer call out. And so the 2 writers together just said, well, let's not let the day go to waste. Let's just write something funny. And you have Good Directions, which is one of the most streamed, listened to songs in country history.
Great song.
So it's I don't know what I'm trying to tell people about songwriting. It's I write and I try really hard, but it seems like there is every once in a while when you just kind of lob it up. You never know what's going to happen.
Just never know.
This song is called Boot Scootin' Cutie. Here we go. There's a little bit of whistling. Let's see.
Love it.
Where's them boot scootin' cuties doing that back roads boogie like a cowboy movie? Where's them boot scootin' cuties?
Well, first name Daisy, last name Dukes. You can trace her two-stepping right back her roots. And when she walking in on a Friday night, rhinestones blinging in them neon lights, she moving, grooving, one-step, boot-step, scooting. She know every single word to every Brooks and Dunn song. Better clear the floor and Cotton Eye comes on. Wears some boots, scooting cuties, doing that back roads boogie like a cowboy movie. Wears them boots, scooting cuties. Well, there's Broadway and there's Wrong Way. Ain't no cover charge the way you sway. Kicking up the dust when she's spinning around the room, making ladies jealous the way she wearing them boots. She moving, grooving, one step, boot step, scooting. She know every single word to every Brooks and Dunn song. Better clear the floor and Cotton Eye comes on. Them boots, scooting cuties, doing that back roads boogie like a cowboy movie. Wears them boots, scooting cuties. If you're gonna honky tonk, gotta have that donkey donk. If you're gonna honky tonk, gotta have that donkey donk. Wears them boots, scooting cuties, doing that back roads boogie like a cowboy movie. Wears them boots, scooting cuties. Wears them boots, scooting cuties, doing that back roads boogie like a cowboy movie. Wears them boots, scooting cuties. Yeah.
My friend, that is a hit, right?
Thanks, man.
That is a hit. There's Broadway and the Wrong Way.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
That is some writing.
I thought it was clever. And I also
clever.
wrote, it's one step, boot step, scoot.
One step,
Yeah.
yes. Beautiful, man. There's
Can you tell my
gems in
wife
there.
it was good writing? Just
Come
help
on,
me out.
Brittany. That's a hit right there. Someday you're going to have a gold record on your wall, and you better find a place to put it, Brittany. I'm telling you.
Listen,
Right
as long as she gets a bigger house to fit all of our girls, we're both from big families, so she's hoping by buying a bigger house, God will bless us with more kids. Because I'm 1 of 9, she's 1 of 7. We've got 3.
So you want more?
I'm open to it. I'm going to be honest with it. Not to get gross. I practice all the time, but. I'm hoping to it, and if
it's fun to practice.
Yeah, it's fun to practice.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect,
It sure does.
And so it's just one of those things where if God gives us more, I am open to it. Everybody keeps asking me, don't you want a boy? And at this point, all I know are girls. But if God gave us a son, my wife's already said, well, he needs a brother. He can't be by himself. And so, it's who knows where it's going to go.
That poor guy would have 3 older sisters, man. Wow. That might be cool, too, though.
But you know what? He would learn real quick because his sisters would give him a crash course. I mean, especially our youngest. I call her in the nicest way. I call her my bulldog because the oldest is creative and empathetic. Middle one, Madeline, she's a comedian, total comedian, always making jokes, pulling pranks. Wow. And then comes Emmeline, and she just like, name. Oh yeah, she's the most passionate because she will fight anybody. It doesn't matter. But nobody loves as hard as her. She wants to crawl up, get all up in your face, give you kisses, and I love you, you're my best friend. But as soon as one of her sisters crosses her, it's like, good luck. I look at my girls and I go, all right, good luck.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
You woke that bear up. Good luck, But no, we're, if all we get is 3, then I am beyond blessed. And if God gives us more, I'm open to it.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, man, I cannot believe what a good time I've had. Thank you so much for coming all this way, sharing your songs, your philosophy, your stories. I wish you all the success.
Thank you, brother.
I hope there's tons of gold records that Brittany's going to make room for on your house.
We'll be doing another one of these once that song hits number 1. And,
And by the way, I meant to mention, you have a dance coming with that, right?
Yeah, we're working on it right now. Now, let me clarify.
Yeah.
I do not have a dance. I move like a 2x4. There will be other people who can move that will do the dance.
You got people.
I got people.
Yeah.
And even if I don't, I will find people. Somebody asked me that. They said, would you be open to doing a tutorial? I said, I'm 6'6", and I won't tell you how much I weigh. I'm not light on my feet.
Mm-mm.
Like, my daughter watched that Michael Jackson movie, and she's been doing on her tippy toes going, hoo-hoo. I try to get like my heel off the ground. I'm like, okay, that's too much. But yeah, so y'all be looking out for that. And
I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so I can't help you.
Come on, man. You know that's right.
Thanks for coming on the show, man. All the best to you, and I really enjoyed meeting you. Thank you so much.
Brother.
And folks listening, right on. Catch you at 3.
That's a wrap from the dining room table. Thanks for joining the conversation and chasing the music with us. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them.